Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. I'm so happy you're with me today because today we will be talking about the side effects of the contraception pill, and also I will explain to you a bit more what are the backgrounds, what happens in your body, why it's so harmful for you, and what alternatives you have. This is a topic very close to my heart because I suffered a lot from the pill. I took a micro pill, and from that I got depression, from that I got into bulimia, so it was like a downward spiral, and I really want to make sure that no one else, no other girl gets into this downward spiral. And of course I'm not here to tell you go off the pill directly, but I just want to tell you all that I know, so that you can make your own informed decisions whether to take it or not. In general, I just want to tell you a bit about the endocrine system. And this is probably the most neglected yet most important system in our body because it orchestrates literally everything. Like every function in the cells is orchestrated by the different glands we have in our bodies, and it's done through the release of hormones, steroids, enzymes, and so on. Basically, we have two different types of glands: the endocrine glands, which produce internal excretions, and the exocrine glands, which produce, for example, the salivary excretions. So we have many different glands, and the principal ones are the thyroid, the pineal gland, the pancreas, ovaries, and yeah, like many others. And what they do is like they really like the master center of how the cell should react, and steroids are also formed in there. Steroids counterfight inflammation in the body, and also, especially in women, the level of estrogen and progesterone within the cycles varies, and this interplay is extremely important, and it is of course completely neglected by taking the pill. So what normally happens when you take the pill is you take in everyday synthetic estrogen. First of all, what happens if you give your body synthetic hormones? Doesn't matter whether it's estrogen or for your thyroid, for example, if you take thyroid hormones, then your own glands stop producing those hormones because they don't have the need to produce them anymore. So that's why, of course, very often you start taking thyroid hormones, and then you have to increase them over time because your thyroid is creating less and less hormones. The same is true for the ovaries. If you give estrogen, the ovaries don't have a stimulus to produce its own estrogen. That's why when people go off the pill, they don't get their period for months and months and months. The same was with me. I took the pill for 1 month, and then I didn't have my period for 6 freaking months. Can you believe that? Like my estrogen levels were so high, it took my body so much time to regulate everything again. So in general, estrogen is an acid stimulating type of hormone. It stimulates the secondary sexual organs, for example, like the breasts, the shape of the female body, everything gets curvier and rounder. And progesterone is the counterfight to balance this out. Because it acts as a steroid, it has like cooling effects to the body, it reduces inflammation. One hormone stimulates the other hormones. So very often people also have an adrenal gland fatigue. If they drink lots of coffee, this again increases the fatigue even more. And for example, in order to create progesterone, you need the adrenal glands as well. And if they are weakened, many women are estrogen dominant because they don't have enough progesterone within their body. So I experienced the same, to be honest. And how do you know whether you are estrogen dominant and don't have enough progesterone? You feel that in your second half of your cycle. So once you have your most fertile day, after that, in this second half, if you then experience weight gain, that your breasts are swollen or that they're aching, and you have mood swings, you get depressed and stuff, those are all signs that the estrogen level is way too high and the progesterone is not coming up quick enough. So you can do a test. I also did a test. My progesterone levels are not balanced regarding to my estrogen, so I got like a progesterone cream, and on the second half of my cycle I just put like a mini amount on my skin and rub it in, and I immediately feel how the breasts get de-swollen and it really helps with your mood swings. And of course, for example, also if your period is not on point, but you have like long delays, and then it also is a sign that the progesterone is not rising quick enough. So this cream then helps with that. So what you want to do is to inform yourself about how your body works, instead of just taking a synthetic pill and then poof, everything is solved. Of course, it's the more convenient way, but you're doing a lot of harm to your body, and you will suffer a long time from the side effects. Some girls take the pill for better skin, so that they don't get acne and stuff, but like the acne always has a reason, and it would make a lot more sense to tackle the source, you know, to like detox yourself, get rid of the inflammation within your body that leads to the external inflammation in your skin, instead of just taking a synthetic pill and then poof, your skin is fine again, you know. And also, of course, once you go off the pill, the skin gets even worse. And this is for pretty long time. I had that with many of my coaching girls who suffered from severe acne after going off the pill. So really be smart in this way and think about how, like, what is the most natural way. And basically, when you take the pill, your body is tricked into thinking it's pregnant. So that means that you have mood swings all the time, you have cravings all the time, you are depressed most of the time, your breasts grow a lot and they get huge and swollen and they hurt, you get rounder, and of course your skin gets softer and more beautiful, because that's what estrogen does to you. But you still have all the other side effects, and do you really want that? And nowadays we have so much plastic around us. The actual ratio of plastic to plankton is 60:1 within the ocean. So, and this microplastic then is eaten by the fish, and then it's back on our table, then we eat it. And especially the xenoestrogens in plastic water bottles, if you drink that, it's gonna get into your body, and those xenoestrogens, they work like real estrogens. So basically almost everyone has an estrogen dominance. This is the reason also why men get rounder and get like little tits and stuff, because the plastic is everywhere. And also the bisphenol A in plastic, it was researched and it's proven to cause infertility. There's an amazing movie you can watch, it's called Plastic World, and I will provide the link below so you can watch that, and then you see that we are just like polluted from everywhere. Not only plastic from outside, but also like the estrogen from the inside that we take with the birth control. And of course then your body is a complete mess and you suffer from all those side effects, and you do your best, but yet still you don't feel like yourself and you don't know what to do, and this is because of this, and you have to get rid of all of that. Also, what you do have to take into consideration is that the pill will not save you from any sexually transmitted diseases or infections, short STDs or STIs. And this is also, you have to think about. I mean, if you don't have like a stable partner, then why go through all this? Why? Just to, yeah, I don't know, have a one-night stand here and there that you can also easily counterfeit with condoms. And condoms are great, and nowadays there are many condoms where you feel as if you don't have anything on, you know. And I'm a big fan, to be honest. And as I said, it's just not worth it to put yourself in such a stress, and especially when you know that your endocrine glands orchestrate your whole body, like the cells, through hormones. Why create complete chaos in your body? Just be smart when doing this. And of course there are other solutions which you can do, and I tried everything. I tried like the ring and copper spiral and all that stuff, but to be honest, I think the best solution is to work with an app. So I use the app Clue, and it's a great app. I will explain to you exactly how it is working, why it's also so important to track your cycle. What you see here is your full cycle. So when the menstruation starts, and then your estrogen level rise up again, and then you get your more fertile days, and then the most fertile day, and then the estrogen lowers again, the progesterone rises, until you then get the cloud here are depressions, and then the menstruation starts again. I track my temperature every morning upon waking up, and then I just put it in here, and it's so interesting. You can really like see that the temperature is always like 36.5 or 37, and then as closer it gets to this fertile day, it rises, and then on the most fertile day, mine is 39. So then I know for sure, okay, this is like the day, you know. So you have to be extra careful around this date. And then again, you have 2 weeks, nothing, where you don't have to worry about getting pregnant, you know. And it's just really, if you think about it, it's just a few days in a month where you have to be careful, and the rest, it's gonna be fine, you know. I've been doing this for 6 years now, and I never had any problems. And also what I love is that you can track like all the past months, all the future months, so I can really plan, okay, my next period's gonna be on this date and stuff, and can prepare for that also mentally, you know. Even if your cycle is not regular at the moment, it will get, the more your body balances out, the more natural your cycle will be. So it will all come, you know. Just go back to how nature wanted us to function, and everything will be all right. And as I said, this app is for free, and definitely try it. And even if you're not sure the first month, then just use a condom together with this app until you really get this feeling for your body, and then you can just switch completely to this app. Educate yourself with your cycle, because we are ruled by our cycles, you know. How we perform, how much energy we have, how we look, it's all dependent upon the cycle. So just to give you like a short intro, like once your estrogen levels rise and you get closer to your most fertile day, you have energy, you want to achieve stuff. On the most fertile day, you look amazing, your lips get more red, you have this aura. Like also men, they find women a lot more attractive during this period, because all of this happens unconsciously, and like nature was intended something with that, you know. So after you had your most fertile day and nothing happened, then the estrogen lowers again, and the progesterone should be rising, you know. So this is then another phase until you then reach to the point before your period where you are the most weakest, where you have like these mood swings, and this is because the estrogen level drops significantly in order to then get the menstruation. And this is the time to like just turn inwards within yourself, to do good for yourself. So I really try during those days, like before my period, I get a bit like, how can I say, emotional, and especially when it's the full moon, this is like the worst combination ever. So then I try to do something good to myself. I go to sauna, I take a bath, and this is just so good, you know, that you don't like put additional stress on yourself, because your body is already fighting, you know, and like preparing itself for this menstruation. So just be aware of this cycle and act accordingly. And there is an amazing book, it's by Tony Weschler, Take Control of Your Fertility. You also get like an internal feeling. I feel it directly when I have my fertile days. It's insane. Like your sexual desires, they increase a lot, and it's you just get a feeling for that. So you then have to be just extra careful. And to be honest, like it's just like 5 days in a whole month where you just have to be careful, and the rest of that is fine, you know, nothing will happen. So as I said, like I've been doing that now for 5 years, and I didn't have any problems, and I'm so happy that I'm off the pill. You have to find out for yourself what works, but please keep in mind all those side effects. Please keep in mind all of what can happen to your body. You know, also there are even reported cases where girls died because of blood clotting, like severe blood clotting from the pill jasmine or jazz. Like the internet is full of that. You just have to be aware, you know. I want to live as close to nature and to my natural cycle as possible. And also, since I'm doing that, I'm a lot more effective. I'm a lot happier. If I get depressed, it's just like the depressive days before I get my period, but not the whole month. You just feel more yourself, you know. So yeah, I hope that those thoughts, they start like a thinking process within yourself, and I really hope that you benefit from this video, that you change something within your own life, that you give natural birth control a try. And if you have any questions, just send me an email, katrina@happydetox.com. I will always help you out with this topic. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'm so glad to see you next Sunday. Bye!